Good evening, Roehampton Club. This is Susanne with another 45 minutes Pilates class. For tonight, you will need a chair, a sturdy chair, please. So nothing with wheels on, nothing that can collapse, and a block. That's all. And the mat, of course. And your bodies. Let's get up and start. Good. So for us tonight, as I'm here in a live class, it's a very warm evening. So make sure that you open up some windows so you've got some air movement. Stand nice and tall for me and just find your weight on your heels. And then think about widening your collarbones so that we're pulling together from in between the shoulders. Lengthen through the crown of the head. And then just simply start looking over your head and just turn your head until you feel a stretch. Breathe out as you do this. Gently engage the core, so about 20% of what you can do. Lift the pelvic floor up, draw the belly button in, and a very gentle tail tuck. Couple more times. Last one. Bring the head back to the center and widen your legs. About a little bit wider than your shoulders. Again, we're widening the collarbone, we're lifting the arm up, and we're reaching the arm to the ceiling to produce a stretch in our waist. And then over to the other side. Go again. So I want you to feel a stretch in your waist. The head goes over to the side and you're creating a crescent shape with your spine. So a little bit of a side lean here. Breathe out. You can now start to develop the stretch. So bring the arms slightly further over the midline. You don't have to do that, only if it feels comfortable. 2 more times. Last one. Pull it back and down. Fantastic. Bring the arms forward. Place your feet parallel and come a little bit closer together so your legs are about shoulder width apart. We're now going to take this down into a squat as deep as you feel comfortable and stand tall again. Let's go again. Take this down and stand tall. So if you've got knee injuries, you're going to adjust the depth to the knee health. We're now going to lift the arms overhead. Breathe out. As far up as you can, pain-free. Try not to lift your breastbone up. So we're not arching our back in any way. We're lengthening the fingertips to the sky. You've got 4 more. Just getting those muscles working. 3, 2, last one. And lift. Fantastic. And then bring the arms down. Chin to chest, roll it down. If you've got osteoporosis, you're going to come forward with a straight spine. Lean forward for me. Find the stretch in the back line of your body. And then exhale to come back up again. Now we're going to go up and we're all going to extend. So now you lift your breastbone up and you're trying to lengthen your belly. We go again to the range of movement that you feel comfortable. Check that your feet are properly on the floor, so you feel the weight in your heels and you feel the length into your big toes, and the little toes are also in contact with the floor. Do it again. Make sure that you check that you're not dizzy. One more time. Come back up. Arms up. And extend. Good. You're going to stay as you are. I'm going to stand sideways. We're staying in the same leg position, so quite wide. You're now going to step forward with your right foot. Don't bend your knees. Just step forward with your right foot. The left heel is lifted off the ground. You're now going to bring your arms forward. And on the exhale, you're going to turn to the left. Open up into a rotation. Breathe out. And bring it forwards again. Good. Keep that balance. So this will challenge your balance a little bit. Good. Now what I would like you to do, same direction, but you're lifting the arm up. And then back again, the same direction you came from. Do it again, lift the arm up. And back again. Good job. Now go down, down to the horizon. Keep looking at the moving hand. Last one, so look over your shoulder, reach to the back, and bring it back again. Good, you're now going to step back, and you're going to step forward again with exactly the same leg. So right foot goes forward, but this time both arms go up. I'm still not really bending my legs very much. I'm pretty straight through both knees. And what I'm trying to feel with this one is a stretch in the front of my left hip. So make sure that you clench your bum, lengthen the fingertips to the ceiling, and if you need to, lift your breastbone up a little bit, and that will hopefully give you a little bit more of a deeper stretch. Do it again. Right foot forward and lift up. Fantastic. Good. We're now going to change leg. Step forward with your right foot. Good. Bring both arms forward. Nice. From here, go along the horizon to the back of the room. And back again. Breathe out as you're doing this. That's it. Do it again. To the back of the room and forward again. Now you're going up. You want to look at the horizon and turn your head as you're doing this. Feel the rotation in your vertebra and feel how your balance is challenged. Breathe out. Good. Last one to go is to downwards. Downwards to the horizon and back again. One more time. Back and down. Spine is rotating. And back forward. Good. Step back. Left leg comes forward, both arm goes up. Try to find a stretch in the front of your hips. Tuck your tail in and try to lift your breastbone up. I'm gently looking up to the ceiling as well. Step back. Go again, step forward and up. So if the step forward is too small, you might struggle to feel the stretch in the front of your right hip. So you might need to just make a bigger step. So generous step forward. And lift it up. Tuck your tail in, breathe out. One more time. Step back. Forward you go and feel the front of your hip open up. And bring your arms to your side. Fantastic. Have a seat on your chair. Okay, so we're going to work on leg strength for this one. If you have dodgy knees, the one leg sit to stand is not recommended. So I would stay in a lower level. So your very easy level is just you standing up from a chair and sitting back down again. So you might find yourself feeling that this is more than enough. And that's okay. But most of us will want to have a little bit of a challenge because obviously we're standing up from a chair quite often. So if you want to make this slightly more challenging, you're now going to lift the right heel off the floor. Left foot stays down and then you stand up predominantly on that left side and sit back down again. Good. Let's go again. Stand up and sit back down. Good. Two more where the heel is lifted. And bring it back down again. Last one where the heel is lifted. Good. And back down. So for your hardest level, and again, this is not recommended for anybody with knee issues, we're now no longer touching the floor. So you can stay with the previous level. Let's get up on one leg and sit back down again, nice and slow. With as little wiggling as we possibly can. You've got two more. You've got one more. And sit back down. Good. Place both feet back on the floor. Let's go again. Both feet are down. We're standing up. We're sitting down. One more time. We're standing up. we're sitting down. Super exercise if you want to strengthen your legs without straining them. Now we're going to lift the left heel up, and as you stand up, your weight will go through the right side more than the left. So the toes are still on the floor. Stand up and bring it down. Good. We're going to do one more with the heel lifted. And don't forget, this is not suitable for anybody with knee issues. We are going to lift that left leg up, and then we stand up on one leg. And as slowly as we can, sit back down again with as little wiggling as possible. Stand up, breathe out, sit back down. Good, you've got two more. Stand up and bring it back down. So if you want, you can just place that foot back down if it gets to you. Stand up, whoop, and bring it back down. Well done. Now stand up with both feet and turn the chair around. Good. We're now going to place our hands onto the back of the chair. Good. We're engaging the core. Our arms are long, and we're going to walk back. From here, I'm going to stick my bum a little bit further back, and I'm sinking my breastbone towards the floor to stretch out the upper body. Hold and breathe. You can soften your knees a little bit. You can do this with one arm if you've got a shoulder injury. Just don't come as low down if you can't. For 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Come back up. Turn the chair. Sit back down again. Take one leg, cross it over, and sit as tall as you can. So it's just my ankle that's crossed over. Some of you might already feel a stretch. If you want to increase the stretch with a straight spine, you're leaning forward. Just feel a gentle stretch around the hip. Should feel more like the front of your hip is opening up rather than the bum cheek. Don't go too deep into it. It's a gentle stretch. Come out of it, and let's swap to the other side. So cross one ankle over. Sit as tall as you can. So on this side, I can already feel it just crossing that leg over. If you can't, lean forward a little bit with a straight spine, so make sure it's nice and upright. Make sure the stretch doesn't take your breath away. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Before we go onto the floor, we're just going to work on our hip flexors a little bit. I'm going to turn the chair towards me now. I've got the wall right here, so if I lose balance, I can hold on to the wall. So if you're prone to losing your balance, you might want to place that chair somewhere where you can quickly hold on if you have to. So we're going to stand in front of that chair about 40 centimeters away from it. Make sure the core is engaged, and you simply lift your knee to your chest, tap your foot on the chair, and bring it back down again. And we're going to do 10 on each leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can have breaks whenever you need to. 9, 10. Good. We're now going to swap legs and do the 10 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Good. We're swapping legs again. If you want, you can carry on and do the same thing again. If you can do a little bit more, we're now going to lift the leg up and gently place it on the chair. Good. From here, we lift the knee up and we just hold it over the chair. So you're standing on one leg and the foot is hovering over the chair. Good, make sure you're safe. So close to a wall, close to something you can hold on to. Make sure the knee is above your hip bone, so it's quite high up. You might find something happening in the front of your hip. Try to let go of that balance aid as much as possible. You've got 4 more breaths. 3, 2, and 1. And bring that down. Fantastic. Other side. So you can carry on tapping the chair and bring it back down again if you want. Or you place your foot on the chair, engage the core, make sure you look at the horizon, and then lift that foot up. The standing leg is straight, so make sure you're perfectly straight in that standing leg. Core is engaged. Have breaks if you need to. Try not to lean back. So some of you are leaning back quite a bit. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips. Your standing leg is as straight as possible. 4 more breaths. 3, 2, and 1. And bring that leg off. Well done. We're now going to loose the chair so we no longer need it. You're going to roll down and start with your cat-cow as always. I need a couple of minutes to just get everything into the right place. So come on down and give me a gentle cat-cow. So I've got people here at the moment that are struggling a little bit with their backs. So I expect you to do the cat-cow gently. So you don't want to go into those deep positions. And always try to avoid arching the back. So the cat, you're trying to round your back. And then the cow, you're trying to lengthen the front of your spine or the front of your body, and rather than thinking I have to arch my lower back. So be careful. Me, myself, I'm also struggling with a little bit of back pain today. So I shall do as I preach. The smaller range of motion, listening to that back, not forcing anything. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Come into neutral. Widen your legs a little bit. And let's start with the thread, the needle. So look over your shoulder. Try to find a gentle stretch in your rib cage. Pull back up again and go up to the ceiling. Try to really pull the back of your head up and lengthen your spine. Place the hand down. Go over to the other side. Find neutral spine. Look over your shoulder. Lift up and stretch it out with a really nice long spine. Try not to rush this. It's got nothing to do with how many repetitions you do. It's all to do with the quality of your movement. Keep that spine as long as you possibly can. Core is about 20% engaged. No forcing, no pushing. 2 more times, 1 on each side. Loosening up that upper back. Strengthening our shoulders. 1 more time on the other side. Over your shoulder. And lift up. Fantastic. Good. Now, hands back underneath your shoulders, knees back underneath your hips. We're now going to drop the elbow down that's furthest away from the screen. So drop the elbow down. And then you're going to extend the leg that's closest to your screen. Make sure that you will lengthen the spine. You pull the back of your head up. You draw the shoulders down. Core is engaged. Hip is at the same level as the other hip. And then lift that leg up and down, the long leg. Breathe out as you lift. So breathe out to lift. bring it back down. You want to lift as far as you need to until you feel your bum cheek working. Good. This is your level 1. Do as many as you can. Have lots of rest. You can do more. Lift the leg up. Gonna open up the hip and look over to the screen. That's it. My foot is pointed. I bring the leg to the side. Then I flex my foot and I pull it back in line with my body. I point my toe. I bring it to the side. I flex my foot and I bring it back in line with my body. Keep your shoulders nicely engaged. You inhale and then you exhale to pull it back. 2 more times. Point and flex. 1 more time. Point and flex. Good. Hold it there. Turn your head, turn your hips, bring the big toe down, slide it underneath your hip and sit back into a child's pose. I've got my knees parallel at the moment. Lovely. Okay, so we need to do it again. And I did it so that you did the first repetition facing the screen. So now we have to do the opposite. Come into neutral. You're now going to drop the elbow down that's closest to the screen. You're going to extend the leg that's furthest away from the screen. You're looking down. The hips are looking down. You're engaging the core. Lift the back of your head up. Engage the shoulders. And then for a level 1, let's do a couple where we just lift that leg up and down. Very happy for you to stay here. If you can do more, lift the leg up and now open up the hips. So you're rolling the hips so it faces away from the screen. Now point your toe, bring the leg out to the side, flex your foot and pull it back in line with your body. Point your toe, pull it to the side, nice and high, flex your foot and pull it back. Then point, bring it to the side, flex, and pull it back. You've got 1 more. Point your toe, bring it over to the side, flex, pull it back in line with your body, then drop the eye line, drop the hip, bring the knee back underneath your hips. Come on, up onto all fours, widen the knees and sit back into a child's pose with open knees. Now, if you want, if this doesn't work for you because of knee issues, you lie on your back, pull your knees to your chest. Wide arms, please. So my hands are just where the mat is finished on both sides. So both of my arms are as wide as the mat. I'm now going to take the hand that's furthest away from the screen. I'm going to turn it upside down and bring it underneath my armpit. So I'm stretching out in a slight rotation here. Just sit in this position and feel a nice stretch into my shoulder and into my rib cage. Let's do the other side. Bring that hand back. Take the other hand, place it underneath the armpit and reach it out. If you're on your back, just keep pulling the knees to your chest. Maybe you can rock a little bit from side to side. Couple more breaths in this gentle rotation. Good. Well done. Okay, let's all go on to our backs and start our pelvic tilts. Have a quick drink. Lie on your back and start your pelvic tilts. Very warm evening here. Gorgeous. Okay, I would like to draw attention to your feet in this pelvic tilt. I would like you to feel that your big toe, your little toe are both touching the floor. So you don't want to press them down and sort of make claws with your toes, but you want to keep the big toe and the little toe lengthened on the mat. Breathe out the tilt. And the tilt is produced by pressing the full sole of your foot, toes included, gently into the ground, and then pulling the two hip bones towards your rib cage, feeling how the pelvic floor lifts and the belly button pulls in. Breathe out and breathe in. So the ones that have a bit of a fragile back today, you might want to stay in this for a few more repetitions. And then you're welcome to join us. But if you haven't got particularly tight lower backs, we're now going to imprint our lower back. So the pelvic floor is lifted, the belly button is pulled in, the two hip bones are pulling towards the rib cage. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to lift one leg, followed by the second leg up into tabletop. Then you inhale again, and on the exhale, you bring the first leg, followed by the second leg back down, and then you swap lead legs. So we lift, inhale, drop, drop, inhale. Your aim is to keep your core engaged, and you can check that. So make sure that when you lift the second leg up, there is no twitching in your upper body, there is no twitching in your shoulders, and in particular, there is no pulling away of the hips. So the hips keep pulled towards your rib cage. And it's the second leg lift that gives you that indication. So make sure the shoulders don't twitch. If you need a little break, you go back to your pelvic tilts. Keep going, deep core engagement, please. So the skin of your lower back is kissing the floor. 2 more times. Last one. Good job. Nicely done. And relax. Good. So now I want that awareness to stay in your hips. So we're now going to tilt our hips towards us again using your feet. Arms are alongside you, shoulders are engaged, and now you're going to lift your bum away from the floor. As soon as your cheeks lift off, you want to really try to engage your glutes, your bum cheeks. But at the same time, you want to pull the tummy in and pull the two hip bones towards your rib cage. And then roll it back down again, bone by bone. Don't forget, you want to engage your shoulders for the shoulder bridge. It's in the name. So that your vertebra moves up and away from the floor and back down again with very little downward pressure. So you're just using the floor to understand where your spine is in space, rather than weight bearing directly into your bones. So use your feet and your shoulders. Just spine is moving lightly up and down. So you're almost creating a suspension bridge here. So your body, your spine is suspended between the shoulders and the feet. So happy for you to stay with this if you want, but if you can hold it here a little bit longer, then hold it with me. So I don't want you to drop your hips down. So come up to your highest position. Make sure that your core is engaged. I now would like you to open up your thighs without dropping the hips down, and then close them again. Exhale to open up the thighs without dropping the height. Inhale to close. Exhale to open up. Inhale to close. Now hold it. Now without dropping the hips down, we're going to lift both of our heels off the floor and then press the heels back down again. Lift both of your heels up and bring them down. Now we're going to do one of each. So open and close your thighs. Inhale. Exhale to lift the heels up. Go again. Open and close your thighs. Inhale, exhale to lift the heels up. Good, let's go again. Open and close your thighs. Exhale to lift the heels up. Good, now hold it with the heels lifted. Inhale, and now exhale to roll it down. Use your shoulders, bone by bone. Nice and controlled. All the way into neutral. And then place your heels on the mat. Good. Widen your feet, so your feet are as wide as the mat. Bring the arms into a T position, and now start your twist stretches with wide legs. So your feet and your knees are as wide as the mat. So you've got one knee that comes into the center of your mat, and that's the one that you need to try to lengthen away from you. So one just drops over to the side, this one here. It's the one that's closer to your pubic bone that you need to try to lengthen away. Really try to open up the front of your hip and your lower back. Now bring the arms a little bit closer to your ears to find a stretch in those armpits and chest as well. And keep moving. If you feel that this isn't really suitable for you, your knees might be hurting, then bring your legs together and do this with your knees parallel. Last couple. Last one. Okay, so the next exercise is split into 2 levels. We're all going to do level 1 together, and then if you want, you join me for a level 2. So level 2 is not suitable for spinal issues or anybody with osteoporosis. We are now going to imprint our lower back. We're going to lift one leg into tabletop, so it's directly over my hip bone. I'm going to make sure that my 2 hip bones do not pull away from me. So keep the 2 hip bones pulled towards you. On the exhale, you stretch the leg forward as close to the floor as you can. On the inhale, pull it up and place it back on the floor. Then you swap, lift the other leg up into tabletop. Exhale to extend the leg almost to the floor. Really feel how the core connects. Make sure that the shoulders don't pull up. Bring the leg back into tabletop and onto the floor. Let's do it 2 more times. So change legs. Exhale to extend that leg almost to the floor. Pull the 2 hip bones towards you. Bring that leg back down again. You've got 1 more. Lift. Exhale to extend. Feel the core engage. Bring it back up and down. So you keep going with that if you want to. If you can do more, pull 1 knee to your chest. Pull the other knee to your chest. Hold on around your shins. And pull your head off the mat. So I'm pulling my eyeballs towards my kneecap. Good. I'm now letting go of 1 leg. I'm holding the leg that's pulled towards you with the other 2 hands. And then I swap. And I swap. So my hands are holding on to the leg that's closest to me. Don't forget, you've got the level 1. Work on the level 1 if you can. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull both knees towards you. Bring your feet on the floor. I'm now going to place my hands behind my head. And I'm bringing my head onto the mat. Full body stretch, please. So stretch it out from head to toe. Excellent. Good. Let's get off our backs onto our side. So you should have a block handy. Place your feet in line with your coccyx, in line with your shoulders, in line with the back of your head. Make sure the waist is lifted, the rib cage is lifted. Engage your stomach muscles, please. We're going to start off with a clam. So simply lift the top leg up and down. Your feet are super glued, making sure that the hips don't drop backwards. And this is your level 1. Really happy for you to carry on with this. Make sure that you engage your bum cheek as you lift that knee up. If you can do more, we're lifting the leg up and then we're going to extend that leg. Both of my thighs are in the same sort of direction, and then bend your knee again and extend. Bend and extend, breathing out as you're doing that lengthening. Good, make sure the hips don't drop back. Keep going, extend and bend. Good, you've got 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good job. Bring your feet together and close your legs. Bring both arms forward, take a breath, and find a rotation in your rib cage, please. We're going to do 4 of these. Line up all 10 fingers, inhale. Exhale with a beautiful long spine. Find movement in the rib cage. So mobilize that upper back. 2 more times. Mobilize the upper back. Last one. Core is engaged, of course. And bring it back to the front. Fantastic. Elbow down. Take the block. Come over to the other side. Lie back down. Toes, not toes, heels, bum, shoulder, back of the head. Everything is aligned. Hand is on hip. Make sure that the waist and the rib cage is lifted. Level 1, you just give me a classic clam. Making sure that the bum cheek engages. So sometimes you have to press your hand into the muscle so you actually feel it work, and the brain finds that a little bit easier. So this is your level 1. For a level 2, we open up. Now we hold it open and you extend that top leg. Keep your hips facing forward. Good. Try not to lift your bottom thigh up. Find that length, please, and make sure the back of the head is in the right place. Extend and bend. Good. And again, extend and bend. You've got 4 more. 3, 2. There's 1 more to go. And 1. Place your feet together. Close your knees. Bring your arms forward. Push the block back a little bit. Inhale. And exhale to find the rotation. Don't forget, it's your rib cage that I want you to move. Bring it forward again. Here we go again. Breathe out. No forcing, no pushing, particularly if you've got a fragile back. You're going to go 1 more time. And bring your arm back to the front. Good. Come on up for a moment. Just sit with me. Beautiful. You're going to place your arms out to the side and give me fists. You're going to stick your thumbs out, and then you're going to rotate the thumbs to the back of the room. Good. And then do that again. Bring the thumbs forward and rotate that to the back of the room. Can you feel how your shoulders are moving down your back as you're doing this? In a moment, we are going to go onto our chest and we're going to do not the rotation, but the pulling back. So keep the thumbs facing backwards and then just gently pull the thumbs towards the wall behind you and feel how that opens up your chest. Good. Okay. So now we're going to go onto the floor. We're going to take the block and we're going to get the block to go underneath our forehead. Then I would like you to engage your core. So turn your feet inwards, the heels are closed, the toes are open. Draw the belly away, the hip bones are gently pressing into the ground. Bring the arms out to the side. Make a fist and stick your thumbs out. Now rotate the thumbs up to the ceiling. Core is engaged, the forehead is on the block. And now you're going to exhale to lift those fists off the floor. Make sure the bum is engaged. Only a light touch against that block with your forehead. Lift your thumbs up to the ceiling. That's it. You got 4 more. Breathe out as you lift. Widen those shoulder blades, so pull the knuckles away from one another. 3, 2. You've got 1 more. And 1. Fantastic. Then place the forearms on the floor. You can push the block away now. Keep the core engaged. Lift the back of your head up. Keep your forearms on the floor. Keep your hands on the floor. And then bring that back down again. So I want you to just lift the back of your head up. There will be lightness in the breastbone. And feel the deep neck muscles engage. Good. If you don't want to go quite so far up, then you don't have to. But likewise, if you can go higher up, let's do it. So if you can go off the elbows, then do. Eye line comes forward. Keep the shoulders drawing down your back. Feel a stretch in your belly. And then bring it back down again, bone by bone. So the head lifts up first. It stays the highest point. And then it stays up as you go down as well. So it's the last body part that goes down. 2 more times. Lift the back of your head up. As far as you can. Try to find length in your tummy. It's all about creating length. Last one. Create length in the spine. And bring it back down again. Fantastic. Good. We've got time to do a quick bum cheek stretch. So coming up onto in a seated position. So coming up. You're going to lengthen one leg. I'm going to do it slightly at an angle. So lengthen one leg and cross the other leg over to the other side and pull it nice and close to you. So important is that you're seated really upright. So try not to slouch. Upright, good. So I've got my right leg crossing. So I'm using my left arm to hug the leg. So it's the opposite leg. Good. And now gently pull it towards you. And see if you can find a stretch. Good, and then if you look over your shoulder, you might feel a little bit of a twist stretch as well. Rotate back to the front. Lengthen both legs forward. Press your knees down. Bring the arms forward and see if you can lean forward. Feel a stretch in your lower back and along the back side of your legs. Come up. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale to stretch forward. And one more time, a third one. Inhale. Exhale to stretch forward. Beautiful. Now we need to do the other leg, don't we? So take your other leg, cross it over. So this is now my left leg. So I'm using my right arm to pull the leg to my chest. And I'm seated really, really tall. Then you can take the free arm behind you and just look over your shoulder, and that gives you a little bit of an extra twist. 3 more breaths. Last one. And relax. Well done, everybody. That's all done for today. Good job as always. Now, thank you for approaching me at the club to let me know that you're doing these sessions and what you think about them. Please keep that going so I have that feedback. I'm now going to switch off the recording. Have a good evening.